back to the God Medicine Coffee channel. I am Rihanna and I am a second-year medical student at the University of the West Indies. Now, I know I've been gone for a very long time and I'm really sorry about that, but second year started off to a very, very rough start. And also there were other personal developments in my life. But I am back and hopefully I could, release more videos on a more consistent basis. Hopefully, maybe, it's a new year, we'll see. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so when you start school, essentially you'll get a list of, medical equipment that you would need for skills lab, for OSCEs throughout your entire medical education. Well, we got our list from our class rep, and it's essentially, everything that you're going to use as a medical student and of course in future as a physician, right? Most of the things you're not going to need in your first year of medical school, but you should try to get all of the equipment in your medical kit by the time you start third year. Well, if you're going to like a 5-year medical school like myself, so you have some time to like save money and invest and get all of the pieces, because you don't need all of them at once. Your school will let you know what equipment you would need for skills lab at the time, so you would know ahead of time what equipment to invest in, and eventually you'll get all of it by the time you start third year. So first things first, I want to show you guys my stethoscope case. Now, I got this case from an online retailer on Instagram. It's a basic, stethoscope case that essentially makes up the kit of your medical kit. And you can get this, there are places that sell it locally. You can get it online. There are different ones. You don't have to necessarily get this one, but I got this one because it's really pretty and colorful, and I like the little design in front. It's really nice. So yeah. So this one is pretty good. It's pretty spacious, it pretty much holds everything in there. And well, I don't have all the equipment that I need, but it holds most of what I need for my medical kit. So stethoscope case. Okay, next thing that I have in my kit now is my tendon hammer. This Reflex Hammer has several different types. Whichever one you want to buy, just buy it. I don't think it really matters, although from what I've heard from more experienced medical students in upper years, they say that the long one with the kind of wheel at the tip, that one is the best one, and this one is more for like people who know what they're doing, and the other one is more friendly for medical students, or so I've heard, because it's really easy. It's a lot easier to get the reflex with that one than this one, but this one came with my stethoscope case, so I don't mind. From what I heard, this one works perfectly fine, so I'm cool with it, and I kind of like the color, and it's just a simple mallet shape thing. I guess it works fine. I haven't actually tried to tested it out on anybody yet, but I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I don't know, but yes. Then I have measuring tape, something that you actually do need. Some people, I have a simple, retractable one, has this little knob that you press and retract. Some people get regular measuring tape like what seamstresses use, and that one is fine too. Whichever one you want to get is fine, but I just like this one because it's really small and portable. It will fit really easily in my my lab coat pocket and stuff like that, so it's a lot easier to carry. So I just prefer this one, and I like that it's retractable, so it's just very portable, very easy to carry around. So measuring tape, you need this for like to measure, for instance, the size of like if you have to measure the circumference of someone's leg or their arm or something like that, or if somebody has like a bump or something like that, you want to measure like the width or something of it, you would need measuring tape to, and you'd write on a patient file how much centimeters or whatever on your file, so you'd need a measuring tape for those purposes, right? Alright, and the next thing that I have is a pen light. I think the battery is a little bit low on my pen light, so I might need to get a new one, but very simple pen light that again came with the stethoscope case. For obvious reasons, you need a pen light, you know, check the eye reflex and all that good stuff. Yeah, simple pen light. It came with the stethoscope case, and you know, for obvious reasons, you know what you use this for. It has a little clip to clip it into your pockets. Good stuff. Coffee. Okay. Next I have is my tuning fork. Now normally tuning forks will come in like a set of 3, but at the time when I needed it, I couldn't afford the entire set, so I just bought just this one. This is the 512 Hertz tuning fork. That's the one that's most commonly used in clinics, so that's why I got the 512, but normally you would get a set of 3 with the 128, 256 and 512 Hertz. But if you're in a similar situation like myself and you could only get one, by the 512. The 512 is most useful because it's the loudest one for when you have to do your neurological, you know, exams. It's the loudest one. It's like, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's pretty loud. But yeah, and it's the most common. From what I understand, the other frequencies are used for other reflexes around the body. It's not the, you won't really use it for the tests that you would learn when you're in medical school, when you're doing your neuroscience block, or in our case here in St. Augustine, you'd use this for your special senses block. So yeah, try to get this for your first semester of second year, your tuning forks. Right, next I have is a Snellen chart. Now I got this as well. This came with my stethoscope case as part of the set. You'd need this for, well, here in St. Augustine, you'd need this for a special senses block, but I guess in other campuses you'd need it for neuroscience, for labs, and I believe if you're in person, you'd need it for skills lab as well. So try to get this as well for in time for second year. Invest in a little Snellen chart to practice your neurological tests with these, right? So you need these for special senses labs. And last but not least, I have in my medical kit, of course, I must have most important piece of equipment, my stethoscope. Now this is the Littmann Classic 3, I believe. Yeah, I think this is the Littmann Classic 3. This is the one that you see most med students with. It's the most common one. In my opinion, it seems to be like the best one. I wouldn't really invest too much in other brands. If you can afford it, try as much as possible to get the Littmann. I wouldn't necessarily say to invest in like the cardiology ones. In my opinion, it's kind of overkill. Like the Littmann Classic 3 is more than what you would need as a medical student, unless you plan on specializing in cardiology in the future, or cardiac surgery or something. Then it would make more sense probably to invest in the cardiology one from Littmann, but a Classic 3 more than good enough for what you need as a medical student. So that's it, and it comes in really nice colors, and feel free to get the colorful ones. Like there's nothing wrong with like getting a pink one, the rainbow colored one, the champagne colored one. There's nothing wrong with getting those. Like don't feel bad if you want to get a brightly colored one. Like nobody is going to like slight you for it or look at you weird for it. Like it's perfectly fine to get a colorful, you know, stethoscope. Nobody's going to judge you for it. They have the colorful stethoscopes for a reason, right? Because people use it. So it's not a problem, but I just got the simple black tubing on the silver hardware. So yeah, simple Littmann Classic 3 stethoscope. So that's more or less what I got so far for my medical kit. The only thing that I'm really missing is the autoscope and the autoscope and the ophthalmoscope. Now, typically you would get the Welch and Allen autoscope and ophthalmoscope set, but pause the video and go on Amazon, type in Welch and Allen, and just check the price of how much that set costs. Right? So at this point, I can't afford it as yet, but I'm hoping, before September rolls around, I should have the set in my collection. So I'm hoping to get it by then, but yeah, it's a pretty expensive, investment, but they have it on our list as an optional piece of equipment. So I'm guessing that when we're doing OSCEs or, when we're in Skills Lab, we will get one on a loan to use. That's what I'm assuming, so you don't have to get it, but I think it's good to invest in it for your future as a physician, because it's definitely something that you. So yeah, I definitely plan on investing in my autoscope and ophthalmoscope pretty soon. Please God, just praying for a miracle, Lord, please. But yeah, hopefully by September I should have it in my collection. So that's it for my medical kit. Let me just show you how my stethoscope case looks. It just kind of holds everything pretty neatly, and I have some other little knickknacks, like these, little stickers and stuff like that. And I have my stethoscope did come with some extra tips, and this little rubber piece for the bell of the stethoscope, and I got this really nice pin from Scrubology, this breast cancer awareness pin. Oh, and that's something too that I think is really good to invest in, is like those school pins that you have for the different schools. So like pins for like the School of Dentistry, School of Pharmacy, School of Medicine, School of Vet, all those different pins. Like, I think it's good to invest in like those, for a little school spirit. We've been online for so long, so it's good to have like these little things to kind of encourage, in school spirit, pride, and pride in your school, so I think it's nice to have that. So I definitely want to get one of those little pins for MedSci. I probably choose like a brain or something, or a heart. I wonder if you have any of the intestines, a little intestine pin or something, just something medical related to stick on my the collar of my lab coat. But yeah, so far I have this really nice one, so I definitely plan on wearing that when we return to face. I'll have my little breast cancer awareness pin for now, and I'll add some others to my lab coat. So yeah, that's it for my kit. I hope that this was, informative to you, and it gave you some ideas of what stuff you want to invest in. Just know that, well, the first thing I actually got for my kit, even before I bought the stethoscope case, was my stethoscope. That was the first thing. I think for most medical students, it's like the first thing that you run and buy would be the stethoscope, and I got it for, I think, $700 TT dollars, so I got it for a really good deal. But yeah, you would kind of need this in your first year, so I would say like definitely this should be like the first thing that you buy, and all the other stuff you can get as you move along. If you have the money like that and you could get all of these in one purchase, more power to you. Go ahead, go for it, but for the most part, these are like the equipment that you would kind of need for now, until you start going out on the wards and you would need more advanced stuff. But yeah, so I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope that you're able to get everything that you need, and you have fun playing around with your stethoscope and your reflex hammer and stuff like that. Just don't injure your family members. That brings me to the end of the video. Thanks again for watching. please like, comment, and subscribe. Stick around to see more of my content, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.